I was in a car on the way to the airport and I was on the telephone having a business discussion. As we were proceeding to the airport, I noticed that the driver was looking back through the rearview mirror, looking at me, glancing several times as I was on the phone. When I got off the telephone, he asked me, "What? Could you tell me what kind of business are you in?" And I told him that I was an author, I was an entrepreneur, that I was in town to speak to a group. And he was very intrigued by what I had to say. We had a conversation about his goals in life and the kinds of things he wanted to accomplish. And he started to ask me a series of questions. He said, "I think you could actually help me by giving me some advice." And as we began to speak, I was really impressed about his ambition. He told me he had a rough life. He was driving a car because that was something he enjoyed doing, but he was really looking to do some great things in life, including completing his high school diploma. He was actually getting a GED. When we arrived at the airport, I asked him for his address, and he took off. And sometime later, I dropped a copy of my book in the mail to him to encourage him along the path of the things he wanted to accomplish. Some months later, he got in contact with me, and he told me that that conversation that he and I had was one of the most valuable conversations he had about the kinds of things he wanted to accomplish in his life. He said that he realized as we were speaking that even though I wasn't in the business that he was looking to get into and expand into, that I was able to give him some good advice about how to proceed. That conversation and reflecting upon it really made me think about how industries, people, and professions are connected. Sometimes you can want to get into an area and you can think that you need to narrowly look at this profession and you need to learn about the techniques and the details and only speak to people within that profession. The reality is that everyone is connected. Even someone who's in a different profession will know something about the people that are working in your profession, or they'll know someone who does. So when you are proceeding towards advancing your career and having more success, think about all the connections you have and think about how they can help you, because all connections are good. Everyone in your network is going to be good. Everyone's going to be valuable. There's always someone who knows someone else. All industries are connected, all people are connected, and all careers are connected. And by the way, this young man who was driving me to the airport made the point after he got my book that my book was only the second book that he had ever read in its entirety. He talked about the fact that he had gotten his high school diploma and he had moved on in his career and he was doing really well. It just shows you the power of taking advantage of connections whenever they arise.